Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I really like my little benchtop lathe. I've had it for a couple of years and it works pretty well for a budget priced lathe. However, it's got a couple of issues that I don't really care for and I'm going to try to do something about. So follow along and let's see if we can make this thing work a little bit more efficiently. Well, the first problem is the quill lock lever slips a lot and you can't really get it locked down. So I'm going to try to do something about that. I don't like the way these levers work anyway. Hopefully this will make a little bit of sense as we go along. I removed the business end of a junk 1/4-inch socket driver and now I'm going to put some threads on it. I think this will be pretty much self-explanatory. I'm going to add a handle to this little piece of a socket driver, and I'll use a 6mm socket to tighten down the quill lock. Okay, so here's the idea. This has proven to be quite unsatisfactory because it slips. It no longer gets a good bite on this thing. So it just doesn't work, see? It's supposed to turn this thing, but it slips. And I find this very annoying. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to remove this. And this will be replaced by this. Much more positive action. Plus it's easily reversible. You can put this back like it is if you want to, or replace this. I don't really like this lever action anyway. I like this much better. So that's why I went to the trouble of making this piece right here. It's a 6mm socket. 1/4-inch drive. I really don't know where this knob came from. I mean, I got it out of one of my parts bins. I just throw stuff in a parts bin whenever I find something that I think's worth keeping, and I'm glad I kept this one. So anyway, I don't know what it came off of, but it worked okay for this application, I believe. So here we go. That should take care of that little problem, hopefully. Using this tailstock wheel I find very awkward, because if you're trying to drill a hole with smooth action, it's very hard to do, almost impossible to do, without a handle on the a crank handle. So I intend to make one. The crank adapter is going to be made of 2 pieces of circular plywood, one thick and one thin, and the handle itself will be made out of a dowel. I find using the lathe to make a part, to make the lathe more efficient, quite satisfying. Using a little high school geometry, I'm going to lay out 3 equally spaced holes in this wheel. Now I'm making a witness mark in the wheel so I can get this adapter put back in the same place every time. Now I'm going to prove the concept by using the crank without the little crank handle attached. I'm also using the junk electric drill repurpose for this operation, and I will put a link in the description in case you'd like to see that. And here's the final assembly of the crank adapter. This tailstock wheel has quite a bit of backlash in it. I'm not really too concerned about it because any type of work I'm doing does not require a high degree of precision. So I'm just not going to worry about it. I think it's due mostly to the sloppy tolerances between the quill lock and the quill. This is a budget lathe after all, so it can't be expected to perform like a really expensive one. So I hope you enjoyed this modification of my benchtop lathe tailstock. I think it's going to help quite a bit. So I appreciate all of you sticking with me through this, and thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.